Hey guys, welcome back to the Deeply Graphic Design Cast. I'm Nick Longo. This is a new episode of The Drop, the latest and greatest news in the graphic design and creative industry. It has been a little bit of a while since we've done one. Thankfully, we've had some amazing guests in the past few weeks. So I'm traveling this week, and I figured this would be a great opportunity to put together a new one here for The Drop, and we're going to get right into it. This article, according to Canva's Visual Economy Report, a staggering 92% of global businesses, their leaders are now expecting just average employees, not graphic design employees, but just their regular employees to possess basic digital design skills. Pretty wild. This includes tasks like crafting presentations, visual reports, compelling social media content. However, not everyone has a design degree or the time to acquire it. But I have seen in a lot of these other things, and some friends and family that are in totally other industries, they are being asked to create presentations or social media posts because there are tools that they can use that are a little bit more maybe user-friendly. But it's interesting to see that. I do know that today's visual-driven design landscape is truly expecting compelling design for it to work well. So just another notch for us, I think, as more seasoned and professional designers, that even though they're being asked in the kind of just non-creative roles to know this stuff, we know this like the back of our hands. And again, just another way for us to have better skills, showing those off, making sure that we're still showing our best work so we can get hired for it. Because they're coming after us. It's kind of scary to see that as well. All right, the next one here, we are going to go to, I believe it is this one, right? Yeah. All right, this one comes from Fourth Wall. How to make money as a graphic designer. They have 10 pretty solid strategies here. You could check out the link. It's going to be down below in the show notes. But graphic design is booming, they're saying, in 2025, and it offers numerous avenues for monetization. Whether you're freelancing or building a digital product empire, here are a bunch of different strategies to turn your creativity into income. These are the top 6 that they came up with. Number 1, freelance design business. Obviously, we know what we're talking about. This is us, right? Freelance business, serving any kind of client with unique creative offerings, specializing in whatever niche you have. Might be UX, UI, packaging, whatever it is, branding. Freelance graphic design, man, I know a lot of us are doing that. That is 100% probably the most common thread throughout most of our listeners of the podcast. There's us that maybe do it full time, and then there's all of you out there that are bringing it on as a side hustle in addition to your 9 to 5. Kudos to you. You guys are rocking it. So that's a great thing to consider if you haven't just yet done it. A great way to kind of bring in some added revenue. Number 2 is selling digital templates. Creating and selling templates, resumes, pitch decks, whatever it might be, social media posts, thinking of it on platforms like Etsy or Creative Market. A lot of folks are having great success there as well. Number 3, print-on-demand stores. Designing custom merchandise, t-shirts, posters, coffee mugs, whatever it might be, for a side gig, for maybe something else you do, maybe for your business, whatever it might be. Thinking of platforms like Fourth Wall or Printful. Again, these are really unique things to just test the waters in. There's not a lot of upfront costs to do some of these print-on-demand stores. So a great thing to do is look at through a few of these, see what they offer, and if there's something cool that you can add your creative artwork to see if it works. We use it for all the merch we do for the podcast. And, I've just spent a little time putting that together, but you could truly work on a big store, offer a ton of cool stuff, and then promote it, see what happens. It could be a great new way of passive income. Number 4 on their list was teaching graphic design. You don't have to tell me about that. I do this all the time. I do it in person, but you could do it in online courses as well. Think of platforms like Skillshare, Teachable. There are so many different ways that you can share your expertise and maybe make some money at it. Number 5 is licensing your work. We've talked about that in the pricing episode a while back. Licensing your design for work on various products, earning royalties without additional effort. That's a great way to look at it. Number 6 they come up with is designing book and ebook covers, collaborating with authors and publishers to create compelling covers that attract readers. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there in the ebook space or just book publishing looking for a better version of maybe what they can do like on Adobe Express or Canva. And they're looking for that designer to add that special touch to it. So looking at that, that might be a good thing to do. This article has a ton of great stuff there to look at. If you're really interested in it, go through a ton of their stuff there. There's links and references throughout all of their points. So take a look at that as well. All right, next up, we can't have a drop without the latest and greatest news in AI. OpenAI, the 4.0. Some were calling it a game changer. Some are calling it just another tool in the designer's toolbox. This latest version has stirred discussions in the design community due to its advanced image generation capabilities. I'm sure you've seen, I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, kind of started, and we're seeing more and more changes. A lot of people were posting so many different things because of the new capabilities that it had. Unlike its predecessors, this model can produce really intricate and lifelike visuals with minimal input, leading to a surge in user engagement and viral content. We've seen all of that kind of come out over the last few weeks. Some of the key highlights: definitely has an enhanced image generation, 10 times better than what you saw with DALL-E 3, which was their last offering. User reaction: while some designers have expressed concerns about job security, others view the tool as an opportunity to augment their creative process and consider upscaling and upskilling to AI technologies. So you're seeing this controversy just continue. Some people are saying enough is enough, talking about this is going to steal my job, and others are seeing it as an opportunity to upskill and learn this as well, because there are some crazy insider and industry perspectives. Many figures have predicted significant shifts in the workforce due to AI advancements, suggesting a future where work becomes more of a choice than a necessity. Wow, that is an amazing line. That scares me. I don't like to even read it. But limitations. Despite its capabilities, ChatGPT 4.0 isn't flawless. We've seen a lot of inaccuracies in generating images. Again, I use it a lot, and I'm using it for background stuff. I'm using it for inspiration. I'm using it for mood boards. And sometimes it's like dead on, and sometimes it is completely in left field. So what this means is there's that continual need for the human oversight of all of this. And as much as we are using it and are plugged into it, I think our role is still being kind of the gatekeeper on this thing and making sure it's doing a good job, because there still are inaccuracies. So what are the implications that this article is saying on graphic designers? Well, ChatGPT introduces powerful tools that can streamline certain aspects of design. It doesn't render human creativity obsolete. Instead, it emphasizes the evolving nature of the design profession, where adaptability and integration of new technologies becomes essential. That is key. I'm going to read that again. Instead, it emphasizes the evolving nature of the design profession, where adaptability and integration of the new technologies becomes essential. That's kind of what I'm seeing it as. It's like, I don't want to render us obsolete in any way. I just want to look at these things and figure out how my profession as a designer evolves and adapts because of this new availability and this tool. So a great article as well. Check it out. The link is down below. All right, designers, real talk time. You know when you scroll a site and a call to action or a logo just sticks with you the whole time. That's not a fluke. That is a sticker layout. And with Wix Studio, it's finally in your toolkit. No dev required. Sticker layouts let you pin any element to a screen, so it stays put as the rest of the site scrolls by. A bold CTA button, a floating contact form, a visual element that travels with you. These little touches help guide any visitor to your site or a client site where they need to go. And they look slick doing it. And here's what makes it even better. Wix Studio gives you total creative control. You decide which elements stick, when they move, and how they behave. It's flexible, it's intuitive, and it's all no code. If you're a designer who wants to elevate the flow of a site, keep those high priority elements front and center, this feature is an absolute must. Sticker layouts are those things that clients notice, even if they don't know why and how. You can deliver that wow moment effortlessly. See it in action at wixstudio.com. Now back to our episode. All right. Controversy, always, right? Okay, next up, Client Acquisition Guide for Creative Agencies, the full 2025 edition. This comes from many requests. They have some unique things here that I wanted to go over. A few ways to help yourself acquire new clients. Number one, unique value proposition. We've heard this before. They are really stressing the specialize in a niche theme. Emphasize on what sets you apart. Now, I think we've talked about this many times. I don't feel like I have a particular style or artistic vibe that can be my niche that I would say, here's what sets me apart. Because I'm branding. It should change with everything. It should be focused on the client or the new client and the brand at hand, not my own style. So I feel like I'm not even playing in that field. What I can specialize in or niche is the industry I want to work in: food, beverage, and restaurant. So to me, I feel like there's a cheat here. I can find a way to be a niche or a customized thing that sets me apart in what I do, not maybe like the style or the vibe I do. So they're pushing it. I still feel generalist is a great way to go, but then specialize in maybe an industry or something like that. Flexibility, right? Next up, define your ideal client persona. This is really cool. If there are clients you're going after, treat them the same way you would if you locked into a new job and you're working on a customer persona of the brand you're working on. Work on a client persona. Identify the clients you want to go after. Maybe it's the industry, maybe it's the pain points that they all have, maybe it's goals or decision processes, right? Use those personas to shape targeted messages and marketing in your online or website, social media, whatever it might be, what your outreach is. So you've identified these industries, you've seen them, you've studied and you created a persona for them, and now you're creating all of your targeted messaging for that. Very cool little tip there as well. Third, design tailored marketing channels. So building a compelling persona-driven website featuring social proof, services breakdowns, and a strong call to action. Hone in on one marketing channel: social media ads, content marketing, cold outreach, and experiment over a 3-month period. Offer free services like templates or calculators to engage prospects. So this one kind of, I don't know, doesn't really kind of hit with me. I don't know about giving away something up front there, but I do like this idea of honing in on one marketing channel or social media. That's a cool thing to do. I know LinkedIn has become a favorite of a lot of people, myself included. And that's where I kind of do target most of my kind of like marketing availability to future clients. I'm not doing that much on Instagram. So maybe that's the one area I do kind of agree on. Cost breakdown by provider type. This is unique. This is really good content. Please bookmark this one, but I'm going to go over some of the highlights. Rates for freelancers vary very much widely. Anywhere from $15 an hour to $150 an hour, depending on experience and region. Again, fluctuates. I'm sure there's been less, and I'm sure there's been much, much more. Average general freelance rates, $35 to $40 an hour. That comes from ZipRecruiter, Upwork, and Fiverr. Pricing depends on your experience level, the location, and the project complexity. I think that's a neat one as well. I don't think you should have the same hours per project. If a project truly has more complexity, more levels, more scope, that could be a cool way to kind of maybe work on a higher priced hourly. I don't work hourly as well. I think when I saw this one, I was kind of like, I know a lot of folks that do, and they put their rates online. More power to you. It's not what I do, but I have hourly rates that are behind the curtain. How I build my invoicing and my pricing is related to that, but I don't publicize this. So you can still use this in a way of what your hourly is as you are pricing out a new project. Design agencies typically charge $50 an hour for a junior work, $75 to $100 an hour for senior designers. Project rates often run into thousands due to added services. We all know that as well. In-house designers, the U.S. average salary is $56,000 to $64,000 a year. Again, that is an in-house designer, kind of like mid-tier. Again, I've heard of much lower. I've heard of much more. So it's depending on a lot of different things. Subscription-based services, flat monthly plans with unlimited requests. Here's the breakdown. Advanced ones are going for about $5.99 a month. Business ones are going for about $9.99 a month. And dedicated designers, meaning like you get a designated designer, is going for $12.99 a month. A design team is a little vague here, but starting at about $2,500. So again, maybe that's 2 people, 3 people. You get a little bit of a deal if you're using 2 to 3 people. This is obviously ideal for ongoing design needs, consistent budgets with scalable resources. If you've got any resources on this subscription-based services, please drop them in the comments or let me know. Send me an email. I'd love to know more about the folks that are doing that because it's such a different kind of vibe in so many different ways. All right, another thing that they have here is a graphic design pricing list. This is really cool. I haven't seen something like this kind of laid out very simply. Graphic design services, price ranges. Logo, $200 to $800. That seems really low. Visual identity, $100 to $3,000. Social media graphics package, $50 to $650. Landing page, $600 to $3,000. Basic web design. Now we're getting to the big bucks. $5,000 to $30,000. A business card, $50 to $3,000 plus. That's hilarious. A business card's going for $3,000, but the logo top end is $800. I don't buy this. Brochures, $399 to $2149. Illustrations, $700 to $1,600. Infographics, $350 to $150. Now, these are just estimates, and I'm assuming these are based on a lot of data. So you and I'm sure, probably disagree with a lot of those there, but they do go through a whole process here, a little bit about the logos, visual identity, social media design, web design, landing, illustrations, print design, book covers, how much you should pay for graphic design. So there's a little bit of a calculator here as well. You can use this one, go through this process as well. It has everything from calculating your income and profit, lists your fixed design expenses, lists your variable design expenses, anticipate your one-off design expense, and divide your budget. They also go into why is paying for professional design always worth it. These are great things to keep into your onboarding kind of docs or anything you're doing. If you need to convince a new client why it's so important, they have points like design is the foundation of branding, visual communication is more effective when it's done right, good design increases profit, and it sets you apart from the competition. This article packs so much good information. Make sure you're checking out this one from Mini Pixels. There's a ton of great info here as well. It was a short one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If there's any cool newsworthy thing that you see and you want to send our way, please comment below on however you are watching this one. And do us a favor and send this to a friend. We really appreciate you guys sharing this, chiming in on all of the platforms, and letting us know how we're doing. So with that, guys, hope you guys have a great week. This has been The Drop. I'm Nick Longo. Thanks for joining us.